Okay, so in your last video we saw about MongoDB. So and after MongoDB, this is an important topic where it is CRUD operations. So it is a fundamental operations where every developers is need to know this CRUD operations. So in this CRUD operations, C is meant for creating, and R is for reading, and U is for update and delete. So in your CRUD operations, the data will be stored within the same data itself. It will not be stored in the other parts of the data or the databases. So it is used to manage the data and manipulate the data. As you know, what is manipulation? So in SQL, if you want to insert, read, delete, update, so you can use the options to manipulate the data, but to save in the same data as it is. So you can manage and manipulate your data. So next is your foundational concepts in your software development areas. So foundational concepts. So what is foundational concept? Nothing but so everyone from basics. If you take a real life, from basics we need to study from first standard to 12th standard, and from 12th we should need a UG degree and then your PG degree, and then only we can go for work. Or after UG also the work is given. So the same way, to start with your basics, to start with a database, to store data in a database, this foundational concept of CRUD operation is very important. So whereas in your when using your software applications or when using your web applications, so everything needs an update. For example, if you take see we are having our smartphone. So our smartphone is of Android users. Not everyone will be having iPhone users, but Android users. Even now, if you see the recent version of your smartphones, each and every 6 months once, there will be an automatic updation for your mobile, where you need to update your Android version, where it keeps some changes or it fixes for some debugs the same way. So in the past, if you see below 2005, the year of 2005, you see the updations was very slow, so that whereas we was not able to use in mobile phones, where it used to start hanging, or it starts to have some issues, or it starts to have some bugs in it. So this software applications also is needed, and this web applications the same way is also needed to interact with the database. So now if you see in this world, we are having many kind of databases which is stored. So you can take your cloud database, you can take your AI database, or you can take any other operations where this web and software applications which is interacting with your databases. So this fundamental operations of your create is adding a new data. So you can add a new data. For example, you can write the information in the system automatically. You can introduce yourself. So when you come to this college, I don't know which year or which subject I am handling, I don't know anything. So I enter my data. This is Jacqueline. So I am so requested to join a computer science department. So I have this much of experience. So I am adding a new data in your CRUD operations of your create. So next is your read operations, that is your retrieval of your data. This retrieval of your data is nothing but it is used to select a particular data, or it displays all the data. So I will not be only the faculty who is joining for work. So there will be many other faculties who is joining them. If I need particularly my name, I used to give select the specific area where it is, and I used to display that. So you can also display over here, you can also display Vanita, or you can also display of Shweta. So you can use any other list for displaying your data. So this read is your just showing your data or the database which is already present in your given database. So next is your update. This update is nothing but it is to modify your database. So after 1 or 2 years of joining my work in this college, I need to update my faculty data sheet. So in the same way, what I will do, I will be having the same data sheet, but in that same data sheet, I will be using the modified data, that is modifying the existing data. So I will be updating my year or the patterns published or whatever it is. So next is your delete. So in that delete, I suppose I am leaving this college, or suppose I am just transferring from one department to another department. So I will be having this deletion of data, that is removal of data. So instead of totally eliminating the data which is outdated. So when I am going to a new department, or when I am going to a new college, or suppose we have Snsinstitutions, many groups, if I am going to another group of institution, so this data is needed. So this is your CRUD operations. Thank you.